Steve Hilton's with me this morning. I've said it 3 or 4 times throughout the show today. The Israelis have done the world a favor. What do you say?
I agree with that, Stuart. I agree with your analysis there. And of course, some people would like to think that the world was never had bad people in it, never have crazy people that threaten us, and we can just stand back and not do anything about it. That's not real. That's not how the world is. There are dangerous regimes that see us as the enemy, and we need to understand that. Of course, nobody wants war. Nobody sensible wants war. But you have to believe in that basic message that's so clear: peace through strength, deterrence. And actually, one of the reasons that I'm optimistic about what may happen here is because you've had this action coming after an intense period of the maximum pressure campaign from President Trump and his administration, economic pressure to degrade Iran's ability to cause mayhem in the world, and indeed to respond to something like this. So President Trump has handled this very well up till now. I think that there are grounds, exactly as you say, to be cautiously optimistic. Of course, we have to see how it all unfolds.
I'm going to change the subject completely because you are our California guy. And California Senator Alex Padilla, as you know, was forcibly removed from Secretary Kristi Noem's news conference on the LA riots. Democrats are in full meltdown mode. Watch this, Steve.
Shows the utter disregard that this administration has for any bounds of law or civility.
It doesn't feel like we live in a democracy.
This is not simply an assault on Senator Padilla. This is an assault on the rule of law. This is an assault on our democracy.
We know that he's not going to be the last because this is what aspiring dictators do.
God. The senator barged in. He started shouting. He didn't have any ID on his part. I think it was not political theatre, but it was a political stunt. What say you?
Yes, exactly the word I was about to use. Of course it was a stunt. And those I wonder if those Democrats speaking like that have any idea how ridiculous they sound to normal people. It was nothing like what they described. This was a complete, pathetic political stunt by someone who I have to say is an embarrassment to our beautiful state of California, Alex Padilla. For goodness sake, he's a machine politician from the San Fernando Valley, corrupt, really corrupt Democrat political machine who's always been put in one job after another by the Democrat industrial complex. He's a complete non-entity. By the way, that's why all this happened. No one had any idea who he was. He barges in there trying to make a point. He's a non-entity. They didn't recognize him. No clue who this person is. He's got no accomplishments, never done anything useful. He's a useful idiot to the Democrat machine. And I'm afraid he's completely embarrassed himself and our state.
Do you feel that in any way President Trump is a dictator or an authoritarian?
I'll tell you who's first of all, no, but let me tell you who's an authoritarian. Gavin Newsom. Who was it that shut down single-handedly, without any rationale or reason or good justification, the schools in California, the businesses in California, churches in California? We all remember those disgraceful images of a paddleboarder in the Pacific Ocean being chased by law enforcement because of Gavin Newsom's ridiculous anti-science rules during the pandemic. If there's a dictator operating in California, it's the current governor, Gavin Newsom. And we're going to kick the Democrats out next year and restore freedom and sanity to this state.
We'll leave it right there. Steve Hilton, you're all right. Thanks for joining us, sir. Appreciate it, and see you again soon.
Thank you, Stuart.